So we've been brought along to speak with Eddie Teare, Treasury, about the breaking news today that you've got rid of one of your members. This is a man who has been obviously not playing the message that you want to portray. Exactly what went on?
It's not about the message that I want to portray, it's basically an element of trust. If somebody gives me an undertaking just after 9 o'clock on a Monday morning, a firm undertaking, and then just after just before 2:30 the following day gives me a letter saying I'm not going to keep that undertaking, I have reneged on it in effect, I cannot trust that person in future. I'm of the old school. My word is my bond, and I expect people who deal with me to have a similar outlook on life.
Mr. Henderson's always been a sort of a fairly loose cannon, so up to now he's on message with you, has he? I mean, he's done what you've asked him to do? He's
been very good in Treasury, and I've respected him and I've respected his input, and I will miss that input. But when the element of trust has been broken, I'm sorry, there's no future in our relationship, our working relationship. Although I do like him as an individual, and I will try and work with him in the future outside Treasury.
Take me through what you can anyway. You had a meeting with him, did he give his reasons, or did you just sack him?
No, he saw me, as I said, first thing on Monday morning. I asked for his assurance on a matter. He said that yes, he would. He gave me that commitment, and then on Tuesday it was a complete about face. Now I can't plan the way forward. I can't work. I need firm foundations, and I didn't get those firm foundations. And
just remind everyone over what exactly he reneged on.
He gave me an undertaking that he would vote a certain way when it came to the student awards scheme. But if he had have been open with me, if he had have said at that point, I could have dealt with it. But because it was so late, it put me in an invidious position, and I had to deal with it. Certainly, it seems a surprise to me that a long declared existing commitment or predisposed position should suddenly come to mind after I've been given a firm undertaking.
So obviously not happy. You brought him in and you sacked him, or did you warn him, or did he walk? I mean, you actually got rid of him?
I reported the position to my colleagues in the Council of Ministers, and the Council of Ministers made the decision that he could no longer continue in Treasury. So he saw the Chief Minister this morning, and the Chief Minister advised him that he would no longer continue in Treasury.
So he was pushed?
He was pushed.
Being that that's the only department he's in, I understand, the Treasury is a bigger uplift, isn't it, for salary? So it's hurt him in the pocket, this, quite considerably.
Well, it will, but this is not vindictive. This is done on the basis that I need people I can trust 100%. When they give me an undertaking, I expect them to follow that undertaking through and not to renege on it just over one day later.
I mean, you've only got so many people you can pick from to fill that gap. You've got someone in mind? Have you filled it already?
No, I haven't. That's the furthest thing from my mind at the moment. I'm basically right in the middle of the budget. It's very, very busy for Treasury at the moment. So I need to get through that, and then we'll consider the future. But I've got a very hard working team with me, Mr. Lowy and Mr. Braidwood, and they've been an invaluable support to me, and I'd like to thank them for that.
Well, obviously, Mr. Henderson's not going to be very happy. He'll be privileged up to now what you've been planning for the budget. Is that for him now to keep that under wraps and not to make any leaks and to work still with the government as far as he can?
He has been asked to respect confidentiality, and I'm sure he will.